Hello, my name is Jason Hillenbrand. I'm with Amada America. I'm the Vice President of Products and Engineering.
Great. So Jason, tell us, what does Amada America do? What do you guys make?
We are a world leader in machine tool technology for the fabrication industry. So, your laser cutting machines, press brakes, panel benders, automation that goes with it. And then we also have other companies in our group. So we have our bandsaw cutting division, we have our stamping press division, we have a lot of weld tech. So we get into a lot of areas that most of the people that are walking this floor right now are interested in looking at.
We're here at getting ready to enter the fourth quarter of 2025. It's been an interesting year with tariffs and things, and
Yes, it has.
you guys are an international company, obviously.
Correct.
What things have you had to navigate and learn? And we don't have to get like super negative about the tariffs, but just talking about business in general. What have you learned, and what will you incorporate into 2026 to continue to navigate these challenges?
It really comes down to one word: patience. And I think when the tariffs first came out, a lot of people reacted quickly. A lot of negative thoughts, of course, a lot of uncertainty in how it's going to impact everything. But it's really about patience. And what we thought, when this first happened, there was some hesitation in taking delivery of equipment or wanting to go ahead and place the purchase orders, but that seemed very short-lived. And there's been no slowdown in the receiving of orders. There's been no slowdown in the shipment of machines and getting them installed and taking care of the customer from that standpoint. So I think it just is a matter of, you got to let this all play out, find out what the new norm is going to be. And I think most of the manufacturers out here are starting to see that and take that approach.
Great. So looking at next year, 2026, what is your outlook for the metal fabrication industry?
It's strong. It's very strong. We see no dip. The meetings that we've had with a lot of the companies here, the plans are tremendous, and there's so much production capacity that needs to be taken care of. Yeah, they got it. They don't have the machines to do it, and some of the projects are just huge projects. So, and there's specific industries that drive that, of course, but and for those industries, those aren't going to slow down anytime soon. Tariffs or no tariffs, it's going to be the same.
So touch on some of those industries. I know one is AI, power generation, all these data racks.
So the big industries that are driving this right now are the data centers. It's a lot of it's built around the AI technology and its development. So you got to have the data centers. You got to have the power generation portion for all of those data centers. You got to have the switch gear, the switch racks, and all of that stuff to house them. And then it trickles off into the HVAC side of things, because you got to cool all of these. So it just touches so many different parts of different manufacturing processes. And so that's really one of the biggest ones. But there's still, other technologies that continue to get a little bit better, like agriculture is one that's kind of been down for a long time, but we're seeing a little bit of an increase in some of that area.
That's a huge
right there.
For sure, if that comes back, right?
Correct. Yep, exactly. So, and then infrastructure stuff, beyond switchgear and all of that technology, there's, a lot of the infrastructure still going on, construction and things of that nature. So.
Do you guys have any new products that you're introducing in 2026, or what are the things that you're hearing from your customers that they really need to help them do their business better?
Yeah, again, it nothing necessarily really new, but updated technology. We have our panel bender now, extremely high-end machine for addressing some of the, again, that'll be used in some of the switchgear manufacturing and things of that nature. A lot of it revolves around automation and trying to reduce the amount of touch points during the fabrication process. So how many times an operator or somebody has to handle the part, and we can get it from basically blank to finished product in more of an automated fashion, so reducing the touch points there. So the technology involving robots, large cell integration, where you can have cutting or punching, part picking, tied in with bending process. So nobody touches anything. It's just going in and out of these warehouses. So that's going to be a big part of it. The other thing is going to be the cobot, the bending cobot technology. And this isn't new. We've been talking about this for quite a few years. But it takes a while for customers to adapt and understand what they really need. You know, automated robotic bending has been around for a long time. We do a great job of that. We got some great machines for that, but they're a high capital investment. So a lot of times, especially for customers that have no experience with that, it's very hard for them to understand how that's going to integrate into their shop with such a large expense and learn what the ROI is going to be. The cobot allows them to get a much more affordable introduction into it in their shop. And the beauty of a cobot with a press brake is you can run the press brake standalone for certain jobs, and then if you have longer run jobs, you can just wheel the cobot right in and set it up and let it go. So I think, you know, if you're talking about a theme, it's the automated process.
Okay.